Hello everybody. Today I thought I would have fun for once in my life, so I'm going to be reviewing a toy. This is the Rubber Bandit Rubber Band Blaster from Choon's design. It's a relatively new product, but it's from the makers of Rainbow Loom and the Rainbow Loom line of products, so that's pretty neat. If you happen to have extra Rainbow Loom bands lying about, this would be the perfect product for you because now you'll have a use for them again. And before I start the review, a lot of you are probably wondering if I'm qualified to do this review, since I've never reviewed a toy before, and you probably don't even know who I am. Just keep in mind that this toy is for children 8 and above, and I am a child that's above 8, so let's just get that one out of the way. You have a pretty well-designed box, pretty eye-catching, I'd say. You have all the contents in this window, and yeah, so let's just see what we have. We have a pair of goggles, Rainbow Loom bands, the actual gun itself, targets, or in like a target stand, and another stand for miscellaneous objects like hands and whatnot, and a band claw for easily picking up rubber bands, which is pretty nice of them to include. Makes cleanup a lot easier. On the bottom we have this big old warning label. It says this product may be mistaken for an actual firearm by law enforcement officers and others. So obviously take this seriously, don't fool around with it, I guess. Alright, let's just open it up now. You guys are probably curious as to what's inside. Alright, looks relatively simple enough. We have the stand, or this target thing. We have actual printouts of the targets, so looks like this big old one and the smaller ones you can cut out. We also have goggles for your safety. Don't forget that you have these. Keep them on at all times when you play with the product. In fact, I'm going to put them on right now. Don't mind that. Just to make sure that I'm safe at all times, I also got this helmet. This is a standard bicycle helmet, but it protects you from impacts, so it's good enough, I'd say. You're not going to get hurt. Once you have this thing on, there's virtually no chance. If you have like knee pads, shoulder pads, whatnot, like full-on football gear, yeah, don't be afraid of looking silly or whatever. This is no joke, guys. Remember to stay safe. You have the actual blaster. You have the claw band as mentioned earlier. Whoa. It's pretty neat, don't lose it. You have a stand and Rainbow Loom bands. Perfect for whoever loves Rainbow Loom in the family. If they don't like this gun, at least they'll have fun with the bands. Alright. And the gun itself. Yeah. Hello guys, this is the cool part of the review, so if nothing else, watch this part. If you're wondering what sets this rubber band gun apart from the rest of the products out there, is that you can actually take this apart and see how it works on the inside. So it all snaps apart, so you slide this part out and then you can see the little firing mechanism or whatever. It's held together with a rubber band, so if that band ever breaks, you don't have anything to worry about. You can just take it apart and replace it with a new band and it'll be good as new. It's pretty simple. So yeah, to put it back together, you just do what you did reverse. So let's say you took the rubber band out. What you would then do is just place the band back and then do the rest of the steps. Alright. The little trigger part, it's the same thing basically, so I'm not going to show that part. Alright. Alright guys, now let's see how the gun itself actually works. So what you basically do is you just take the bands and stretch them across to the other side. And this thing holds 8 of them, so you'll have plenty enough. It's not hard at all, but it might take a bit of time. Alright, so right now I have 4 of them. It holds 8 in total. It gets really easy once you get used to it. Alright, almost done. So once you get this part ready, you can just start firing right away. I have the stand set up right here actually. So you just pull the trigger and the rubber bands come out. And they stick to the target thing that comes included in the box. If you're wondering how the thing itself actually works, here's how it works. So once you put a band on here, you just pull the trigger and this piece comes out of it, and then it raises it to a higher level, and it keeps doing that until it gets to the very top, and at that point it just starts firing, or it releases and it fires. Okay. Alright, let's see how accurate this thing really is. I have 3 targets and 8 shots lined up, so hopefully I can hit all of them within these 8 shots. Missed. Oh, I hit that one. I knocked that one over. And I hit that one. So that was within 4 shots. It's pretty accurate. If you're wondering how safe this product is, allow me to just demonstrate. This is the palm of my hand. You can tell by the fingers. Alright, so let's hit myself. That one didn't really hurt. It doesn't really hurt. It stings a bit at first, but you shouldn't really be worried about it. It's not going to cause any like permanent damage. Just make sure you put your goggles on at all times. I've been wearing them the whole time, and they're honestly not that distracting. So just as a safety precaution, don't fire at people, but it's not that big of a deal if you do. Just don't shoot at their eyes and keep it away from pets and whatnot. They might swallow the bands, which is your biggest concern actually. Always make sure to pick up after yourself and don't leave anything unattended. Okay. It's honestly a pretty fun product just to have around. If you just get bored of sitting around doing nothing all day, at least you have this to entertain yourself with.